Hi, this is Edward Troxel. In the previous tutorial, we learned how to select multiple XML files. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to start going through those files and picking out the information we need. Like I said in the previous tutorial, this is kind of a brute force method, and not necessarily the method I would use if I was actually wanting to process the entire file. I'm just looking to pull out the few pieces of information I need to just make this work. So let's take a look at the code. In the previous tutorial, we went through all of this code and learned how to get the list of file names and how to process each file. So now we're going to look at this process import file and pass it the file name that we want to process. Here's our process import file, and we're passing it a string called myFile. And now we're going to open an XML document. So we create a new XML document, which I call doc, which is a new XML document. And then doc.load, and we're going to load the file that we were passed from the other routine. And then we're going to start looking at the elements inside of this file. So I'm going to just say the root is the document.document element. That gets us the root element of this document. And now, for each XML element, I'm going to call it child in root. We're going to look for specific things. As we go down, you notice we wanted to find sequence, and then inside sequence, we wanted to find media, and then inside media, we wanted to find video, and then inside video, we wanted to find format and track. And so there's multiple things that we're looking for here. And then eventually we wanted to come on down and find the clip items. So these are all inside another section. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look for this. And then if we look for this, then we can look for this. If we find this, then we can look for this, and so forth down the list. So, if the child name equals sequence, then I'm going to look for all the things inside of sequence. So for each XML element child2 in child, which child had sequence, so now we're looking inside of sequence. Then if the child2.name equals media, so under sequence we have name, duration, rate, and media. What I'm doing in this particular case is I'm skipping name, I'm skipping duration, I'm skipping the rate, I'm looking directly for the media. So like I said, I'm not processing the entire file, I'm just pulling out the few pieces of information I need to make this work. So the next thing we do is XML element child 3, we're looking for either video or audio because we're going to process both. And then I'm saving the media type so that I know if I'm going to be processing video or audio when I pass this to the process clip down below. So then for each XML element child 4 and child 3, I'm looking for format. So if we come back over here, we found video. Now we found format. Now what I want to do is set the project properties from the format section. So under set project properties, I'm going to pass it child 4 because child 4 is the one that says format. So I'm going to pass it child 4, and set project properties will then look for all the stuff inside child 4 in order to set those properties. And then if it is a track, notice format and track are both at the same level. So if child 4 equals format, we're going to do this. If child 4 equals track, then we're going to go through all the pieces inside child 4 and get child 5. So then if child5.name equals clip item, Then we're going to process the clip item by passing it the child 5 and the media type, which we say from up here. So is it video or audio? So when we come down here to clip item, we are passing it this level here, and then it is going to process these pieces from the clip item. So at this point, we've started parsing the XML file, and we've looked to see the different sections that are in it to pull out the sections that we want to look at, and then we've called routines to process a couple of those sections. Next, we need to look at the routines that are actually going to do the processing of those two sections. And so in the next tutorial, we'll look and see how the property settings are set, and hopefully get into the clip items as well. So see you in the next tutorial, and we'll continue with the importing from the XML file.
Please sign up at www.jettv.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.